Have you ever felt like your life was destined for something greater, something extraordinary? Perhaps you've experienced moments where the mundane rhythms of life seem to dissolve, leaving behind the whisper of a deeper purpose. The concept of the chosen one has fascinated humanity for centuries, appearing in countless myths, legends, and stories. From ancient heroes like Perseus to modern icons like Harry Potter or Katniss Everdeen, the idea of being chosen for a remarkable destiny strikes a chord with our innate longing for meaning. The chosen one archetype represents a person set apart by fate, endowed with the unique qualities or circumstances needed to fulfill a pivotal role in a story or society. Often, they come from humble beginnings or feel out of place in their world until a moment of revelation changes everything. This narrative isn't just confined to fiction. It reflects something universal, a deep human desire to transcend the ordinary and connect with something bigger than ourselves. But how do you know if you might be a chosen one? Let's explore some signs that suggest you're destined for greatness. It often starts with dreams or visions that feel unusually vivid or significant. These dreams might seem prophetic or laden with symbolism, showing you glimpses of people, places, or events that seem out of sync with your current reality. Perhaps you've had recurring dreams of standing at the edge of a great battle, uncovering ancient artifacts, or meeting mysterious figures who speak in riddles. These moments can feel unsettling, but they also carry a sense of importance, as though they're urging you to pay attention. Another telltale sign could be a mark or physical trait that distinguishes you. This could be something as subtle as a birthmark in a curious shape or a scar that seems to carry a story. In mythology and pop culture, these features often serve as visible symbols of destiny. Harry Potter's lightning-shaped scar, for instance, is more than just a mark. It's a testament to his unique journey and the forces that shaped his life. While your distinguishing feature might not have magical origins, it could still feel like a sign that you're set apart from others. Then, there are the abilities. Perhaps you've noticed that you're exceptionally talented in a particular area, or you possess skills that seem to emerge naturally without much effort. It could be an uncanny knack for problem solving, an intuitive understanding of people, or even physical abilities that defy explanation. Sometimes these talents reveal themselves in moments of crisis, when you're pushed to your limits and discover capabilities you never realized you had. While these abilities might not seem extraordinary at first glance, they often hint at untapped potential. Life as a potential chosen one can also be marked by unexplained events. Lights flickering when you enter a room, objects disappearing and reappearing, or coincidences that seem too improbable to dismiss. These phenomena can feel like the universe is nudging you toward something significant. These occurrences might be subtle at first, easy to brush off as random, but over time, their frequency and intensity can make them impossible to ignore. At some point, a mysterious figure may appear in your life, offering guidance or cryptic advice. This person might take the form of a mentor, teacher, or even a stranger who seems to know more about you than they should. In stories, these guides are often pivotal in helping the chosen one recognize their potential and prepare for the challenges ahead. Think of Gandalf guiding Frodo or Morpheus awakening Neo to the truth. In reality, this guide might be a teacher who inspires you, a mentor who sees your potential, or even a friend who offers insight when you need it most. A sense of not belonging is another hallmark of the chosen one experience. Maybe you've always felt like an outsider, struggling to fit in with your peers or find your place in the world. This feeling can be isolating, but it's also a common theme in the stories of those destined for greatness. Heroes often begin their journeys feeling disconnected from their surroundings, only to discover that their differences are what make them special. This sense of alienation can serve as a clue that your path lies beyond the ordinary. Eventually, you might experience what's often called the call to adventure. This pivotal moment shifts the trajectory of your life, pulling you out of the familiar and into the unknown. It could be a life-changing event, like a sudden opportunity, a dramatic loss, or an unexpected revelation about your past. In many stories, this moment marks the beginning of the hero's journey. Katniss volunteering as tribute, Harry receiving his Hogwarts letter, or Luke Skywalker discovering his true parentage are all examples of this transformative call. While your own call might not involve intergalactic battles or magical tournaments, it could still feel just as profound. With great destiny often comes great opposition. You might find yourself facing challenges or adversaries that seem larger than life, whether it's a rival who seems intent on thwarting your every move, or obstacles that test your resolve. These trials can feel overwhelming, but they also serve as crucibles, forging you into the person you're meant to become. The key is to recognize these challenges as opportunities for growth, even when they seem insurmountable. While these signs can be exciting to consider, it's important to balance fantasy with reality. The allure of being a chosen one taps into a universal longing to feel special and significant. It's a comforting idea, suggesting that our struggles and challenges have meaning and purpose. But it's also worth remembering that greatness doesn't require prophecy or a magical destiny. You can create your own purpose by pursuing your passions, embracing your unique qualities, and striving to make a difference in the world around you. The appeal of the chosen one archetype lies in its ability to inspire us. It reminds us that even the most ordinary among us can achieve extraordinary things. Whether or not you've had strange dreams, mysterious mentors, or uncanny coincidences, you have the power to shape your own story. The qualities that define a chosen one, resilience, courage, and the willingness to step into the unknown, are traits that anyone can cultivate. If you've ever felt a spark of destiny within you, don't dismiss it. Use it as motivation to explore your potential and pursue your goals with determination. You don't need a prophecy to make a difference. All you need is the belief that your actions matter. After all, the greatest heroes are often those who choose their path, not those who are chosen by fate. So whether you're destined to save the world or simply improve your corner of it, never stop believing in your ability to rise to the occasion. Who knows? Perhaps the signs are already there, waiting for you to recognize them. Being chosen for greatness is often romanticized, but in truth, it is a heavy burden. The idea of the chosen one resonates across cultures and eras, embodying the hope that extraordinary individuals can rise to meet extraordinary challenges. From ancient myths to modern storytelling, these figures are portrayed as beacons of hope, yet their journeys are anything but easy. Behind the glory lies a world of immense pressure, personal sacrifices, and relentless adversity. The challenges faced by the chosen one reveal not only their strength, but also the profound cost of their destiny. The weight of expectations is one of the most profound challenges. When someone is destined for greatness, they are often expected to deliver perfection. This pressure can come from the world around them, as they're seen as symbols of hope, saviors in desperate times. Consider Harry Potter, who was thrust into the role of the wizarding world's hero while still a child. Everyone looked to him for salvation, expecting him to defeat Voldemort and restore peace. This kind of external expectation can be crushing, making even small mistakes feel catastrophic. At the same time, the chosen one must grapple with their own internal expectations. They often hold themselves to impossibly high standards, driven by the fear of failure and the knowledge that their actions could impact countless lives. This combination of external and internal pressure creates an emotional storm that is difficult to navigate. Another significant challenge is the isolation that comes with being chosen. The very qualities that set the chosen one apart, their unique abilities, destiny, or experiences, often alienate them from others. Even when surrounded by allies, they can feel profoundly alone. Frodo Baggins, for instance, had the companionship of the Fellowship of the Ring, yet the burden of carrying the One Ring made him feel isolated. No one else could truly understand the psychological and spiritual toll it took on him. The chosen one's journey often demands sacrifices in personal relationships. They may find it difficult to relate to others who don't share their burdens, or they might choose to distance themselves to protect loved ones from the dangers associated with their role. This loneliness can lead to a deep sense of disconnection, making the path ahead even harder to endure. Power is another double-edged sword for the chosen one. While their abilities or destiny often provide the tools needed to fulfill their mission, they also come with the temptation to misuse that power. Many chosen ones face moral dilemmas as they must decide how to wield their influence responsibly. Anakin Skywalker's fall to the dark side is a poignant example of how the temptation of power can lead to devastating consequences. The fear of becoming the very thing they're fighting against adds another layer of complexity. This internal struggle forces the chosen one to constantly question their motives and choices, walking a fine line between hero and villain. The responsibility that comes with power can feel overwhelming, as every decision they make carries significant consequences. Relentless adversaries also define the chosen one's journey. These figures often have powerful enemies who see them as obstacles to their own ambitions. Whether it's Voldemort, the Capitol in the Hunger Games, or Sauron in The Lord of the Rings, these antagonists challenge the chosen one's resolve and push them to their limits. Beyond the physical battles, these adversaries often attack the hero's core beliefs and weaknesses. They exploit fears, insecurities, and doubts, forcing the chosen one to confront their vulnerabilities. These confrontations are not just external but also internal, as they test the hero's courage and moral fortitude. The constant threat of danger creates an environment of physical and emotional exhaustion, leaving little room for rest or reflection. Perhaps the most poignant challenge faced by the chosen one is the burden of sacrifice. Greatness often demands giving up something deeply personal, whether it's a sense of safety, cherished relationships, or even their own happiness. Frodo, for example, completed his quest to destroy the One Ring but was forever changed by the experience, unable to find peace in the Shire afterward. Luke Skywalker lost both his mentors and much of his innocence on his journey to becoming a Jedi. These sacrifices highlight the selflessness required of the chosen one. They must prioritize the greater good over their own desires, even when it means enduring profound personal loss. This selflessness often leads to existential questions about whether the sacrifices are truly worth it. They may wrestle with bitterness or regret, wondering if they would have been happier leading an ordinary life. Another significant challenge is the struggle with identity. Being defined by their role as the chosen one can make it difficult to understand who they are beyond their destiny. Once their mission is complete, many chosen ones face the question, "Who am I now?" Neo in The Matrix struggles with this after fulfilling his role as the One. This identity crisis is compounded by imposter syndrome, as they may doubt whether they truly deserve their role or if they're capable of fulfilling it. The search for normalcy becomes a recurring theme as they yearn for a life free of the burdens of destiny. However, the experiences and sacrifices they've endured often make it impossible to return to the way things were. Despite these challenges, the journey of the chosen one is ultimately one of growth and transformation. The trials they face force them to confront their fears, weaknesses, and limitations, leading to profound personal growth. Aragorn's journey in The Lord of the Rings is a testament to this, as he evolves from a reluctant ranger to a confident king. The struggles they endure shape them into leaders, warriors, and symbols of hope, inspiring those around them to rise above their own challenges. The Chosen One's story is not just about fulfilling a prophecy or defeating an enemy, it's about becoming the person they were always meant to be. The appeal of the Chosen One archetype lies in its relatability. While most of us won't face world-ending threats or wield magical powers, we can all identify with the struggles of responsibility, self-doubt, and sacrifice. The Chosen One's journey reminds us that greatness isn't about being perfect or invincible. It's about resilience, courage, and the willingness to keep going, despite the odds. Their challenges mirror our own in many ways, offering lessons that can inspire us in our everyday lives. If you've ever faced challenges that seemed insurmountable, you might find solace in the stories of chosen ones. Their journeys teach us that even in the face of overwhelming adversity, it's possible to grow, persevere, and make a difference. The qualities that define a chosen one, courage, determination, and a sense of purpose, are traits we can all cultivate. Whether or not you believe in destiny, you have the power to shape your own story. And perhaps, in doing so, you'll discover that the challenges you face are not obstacles but stepping stones on your path to greatness.